Do you want to add some security to the inside of your smart home, but you don't want a bunch of bulky cameras hanging off the walls and ceilings? Well, stick around because I believe I have the solution for you. Let's get to it. So while I do have a few cameras mounted in my house, most of my cameras are on the exterior of the home. And I don't really care if people see them or not. That's kind of the point. I want them to know they're being watched. But on the inside of my home, I don't necessarily want a bunch of cameras mounted to the walls everywhere. And I'm sure you don't either. Well, today I'm going to show you a product that's going to solve the problem because it's going to give you a nice, discreet security camera that's not obvious, that's hidden, that's going to be able to protect the inside of your home. And that product is the Camduck XN hidden security camera. Now, I've heard about Camduck. I've seen their products, but I haven't bought any product. And I have to give a big shout out to Camduck for reaching out to me and wanting to send me this for a review. So thank you so much for sending that. And I believe this is going to be a pretty awesome product. Now, they haven't said anything about what to say, how to say it. So this is going to be my honest opinion and review of this device. But by what I can tell from my initial look at the product, it looks like it's going to be pretty cool. Now, this does have night vision. It supports 4K Ultra HD, and it's got a 160-degree field of view, which is huge. So first we're going to get it unboxed, and then we're going to get it set up. It does have an app that you can add to your phone, and you can connect it to the wireless in your home, so you can actually review the footage while you're outside of the house. So this is going to be a great way to keep tabs on what's going on in your home. Maybe you want to keep tabs on your pets. Maybe you want to keep tabs on your nanny. We don't have a nanny, but some people will have kids at home that are being watched by others that they want to make sure everything is in order. So let's get this unboxed and we'll get it set up and we'll check it out. When they first reached out to me about this product, I was actually really excited to check it out because I'm always needing extra plugs. And this right here solves actually two problems. It gives you like a power strip / surge protector that you mount to a receptacle that gives you multiple outlets and USB charging capabilities. And then in addition to that, it has the built-in camera. So you're able to use it just like a regular power adapter, but it has that extra feature. And of course, they give you the user manual, which kind of goes over in depth on how to get it all set up, which is pretty cool. Check it out both sides. Looks really simple. And there's the device. Nice, compact. You can see that it has the plug, and this is just like a pin that helps, secure it in the receptacle since you only need one plug. And this just looks like a regular old power adapter. No one would know the difference when you're looking at this, which is pretty awesome. Now, one thing I really like, they give you a USB SD card reader because this does support SD card in the back of it. So that way you can actually record video. I have a 32 gig card available that I'm going to be using with it. I don't really need a lot of recording time, so that's going to be more than plenty for me. But it's nice they give you this because a lot of companies don't provide things like this when they have SD card functionality, and you have to have your own. And this is a really nice one. They also give you this little mounting screw here, so that way you can actually screw this to the wall. You remove the plate that is currently over your receptacle. You put this on the wall, and then you screw this through this, right through that hole right there, and then it secures it to the wall. So that way you don't have to worry about, like, if you're going to unplug something, if that screw wasn't in there, you'd probably unplug the whole device from the wall. So you don't want to do that. So it's nice, again, that they give you that. Now, here's something that's really cool. And you're probably wondering, why did they give you a guitar pick? Well, this isn't a guitar pick. So on the back there, you see that plate. That's where the SD card goes. And that's actually where you'll use this as well to pry that open to put the SD card in. So as you see, plate's off. Right there is a little slot for the SD card. And here is my SanDisk Extreme SD card. It doesn't have to be extreme, but I like the high read-write speeds of the better SD cards. You always want to make sure you use a good one, especially if you're going to be recording 4K video. You want to make sure you have good write speed on it. And they give you a little picture right there to show you which way to put it in. So, you want to be careful about that. So it just kind of sits in there. And then when you put the plate back on, the plate pushes that SD card actually into the slot. It doesn't click. So then you just take the plate and pop the plate back on. And of course, when this is mounted to the wall, that's going to sit flush against the wall and you're not going to be able to get that out. You obviously can't see it from the front or the top. So you have no idea that SD card is there unless you know it's there. Okay, so I'm having to record this on my cell phone since I don't have a way of moving my camera over here to this plug. So this is the plug that I'm going to be using. And as you can see, it'll fit nice and tidy right there. This plug actually sits kind of off in a dark corner, which is why I'm having to do this. But it does point towards the entry door into my office. So that's going to be somewhere that I definitely want to be able to monitor. All right, so now that the plate is off, you can see that's just a cover is all that is. You can see the hole right here where the new screw is going to go in. And you can see this just simply plugs in like that, just like it normally would. This goes right here in the hole, and it's already going to be lined up with the correct hole, so you can screw it in. So let's tighten this up. Again, you don't want to over tighten that either. It just needs to be snug. Okay, so see, nice and snug. It doesn't have to be like super tight because obviously, you're not going to be pulling on it. And there was a little light that came on right here to let you know that it's getting powered up. So now that it's connected, it just looks like a regular plug. And this is my printer, so I'm going to plug my printer back in, and we're good to go. So we're going to head back, and let me get the app fired up and get it added, and we'll check out what the video looks like. Okay, so that was a pretty easy install. Now that it's mounted, we know it's powered on because it's plugged into a socket, and I got my printer connected to it, so I know it's working. So now we got to install the app. So the first thing you want to do is go to your app store, whether it's iOS or Android, and you want to look for Camduck app. So we're going to search right now and go get the app installed. All right, there it is, Camduck install. And again, I need to connect to my 2.4 gigahertz network because they don't support anything other than that. Okay, so let's click open while using app. Okay, allow. I don't want notifications right now. And let's start. Okay, so now we're going to go in the app. We're going to add the device. We'll do configuring for the video, recording, things like that. And we'll see what it looks like. I guess they make you do enable notifications. So once you enable everything, and I closed the app, I went back into the app, it automatically found the camera. So we're going to click on the camera. And see right here, it tells you 2.4, not 5 gigahertz. Again, I wish more people would support the 5G because almost every router in existence nowadays has 5G on it, but that's okay. So say okay. That's my network. So it connects Bluetooth to add Wi-Fi. Then once your Wi-Fi is configured, you'll be able to use Wi-Fi to connect to the device. Okay, so let's look at the settings. And we are going to change the camera name. And I'm going to say this is bonus room. This tells me my wireless information, camera information, time settings should be automatic. And okay, so it is +6 UTC and is now 222, so that is correct. SD card settings, it sees it. Let's go ahead and format it to the camera. 3 minutes. That's a long time to format a 32 gig SD card. But I always like to do this because I want to make sure that, whenever you put an SD card in any type of device, I always format it with that device. So that way I make sure that the file system and the structure of the card is formatted correctly for whatever is going to be using it. If it's formatted incorrectly, it won't record properly and it could cause you problems. Okay, card is successfully formatted. We got the time settings set because that way you want to make sure the time is correct when you do recording. And let's see, recording status. It says loop recording, motion detection recording. I think let's do motion detection. I don't need it recording constantly when it's just sitting in a dark room and nothing's going on. I only want it to record when there's motion, like when someone comes into the room. Nice. That's really cool. You can zoom it in and out with your fingers. So that's pretty awesome. So the room is pretty dark right now, and it's actually got a pretty good picture. And as you can see, it points right to the door. So anybody comes in the door, it's going to record them. Nice. I actually like that. That's pretty nice. So let's go ahead and manually record. So right now I'm manually recording, which is nice to be able to do that. So if you know someone's coming in or something and it's not recording, you can actually log in and manually start it. So that's cool. So let's stop it. So now you can see there it adds the recording to like this little album section right underneath. That's cool. So this is a nice feature too. It allows you to take a picture. So that way you don't have to necessarily record the whole thing if you just want to catch what's happening in a snapshot. So I turned the lights on and it noticed the lights came on and it sent an alert to the app saying that it saw motion. Okay, so there is the 4K picture with the lights on, which actually looks really good. And let's do a manual recording on that. Matter of fact, let's stop the recording. I'm going to walk in front of it and let's see if it recognizes. Of course, you can switch to 1080, save some space, and still have a really good video. Camduck XN. Very cool product. Nice, discreet, multifunction. You can charge. You can monitor the interior of your home. Very awesome. Links in the description. Go check it out. Get you one. You still got about a week of shopping left before Christmas. This would be a great Christmas gift. And if you want to know how to secure the outside of your home, go check out this video right here. We'll see you next time.